he was my uncle too, and there's 1,000 stories. There's all kinds, especially in those Gilroy days. In the summertime, we go over there to Uncle Loren's and woo wee. You know, there was a living room. You couldn't go in that living room. Not if you were like little like that. You couldn't go in that living room. And then like when we'd be out doing things we shouldn't be doing, my cousins, my brothers and I, woo, you get back. Oh my God, man, he was mean. He was mean. But I tell you, my uncle, he was just great. And I tell you that, and probably maybe no one even knows this. One time, it was in the summer, and I was in high school, and you know when you're a teenager and you're having conflict with your dad, you know, and you know that teenager thing. Well, my uncle was sitting in this pickup truck listening to a Giants baseball game, and I don't know how I ended up out there just wandering around. And I saw him in the truck, so I went over there and I just asked what he's doing. He said, hey, sit down, sit down. So we listened to the game and we talked about baseball kind of on and off. And in between that, we just talked about dads and their sons. And I can't tell you what the conversation was. I don't remember. But I just know that I felt like 1,000 times better after I left the pickup truck and went back in the house. And it's one of those things that kind of just sticks with you forever, you know. And it was just like one of the things like, man, I was fortunate that he was there for me to help me understand things that sons and dads go through. It made a big difference, you know. And it was just like a little advice. It wasn't nothing all inspiring. It was just little bits of advice, little bits of this and that in between the game, and it made a difference in my life. And my uncle made a difference in my life. It's and like my auntie says, the power of family, you know, it makes a world of a difference. It makes a world of a difference, and he will surely be missed.
Wait, Eddie, I have something to say about that. Your dad did the same for me. I had conflict, and one time your dad, he said the same thing. Hey, let's go, uncles. Yeah.
One thing I want to say about my uncle, I'm the youngest out of the family growing up, you know, I'm the baby of the family, you know, and I'm looking at all my older cousins and I'm like, okay, I got to go in and fit in where I can fit in, you know. And so I'm basically going from kitchen, seeing my aunties cooking, and I got a little bit of trade from them. But then when I got into the construction work kind of thing, and I'm looking at my uncle, and I'm seeing visions of helping my family out with doing construction, and my Uncle Loren just said, I remember when we moved up here from Hollywood, and my Uncle Loren, we moved in the back camper over there on 50th Street West, and my uncle said, since you living here, I'm gonna put you to work. I looked at him I was like, okay. So he said, grab that wheelbarrow. I said, grab the wheelbarrow. He said, pick up those bricks. And I started picking up bricks. And then he told me to do something else. I said, I'm still picking up the bricks. He said, I'm like, hold on, can I do one thing at a time? He said, don't tell me to hold on, I'm telling you this because when you grow up into the construction field, it's going to be a production working. You got to work fast and not just doing one job, you're going to be doing multiple purposes jobs. And I had to learn how to go in there and paint houses and clean houses. I mean, he had me scrubbing walls. I'm talking about it was like this glued tobacco stains on the walls. He had me just scrubbing. I said, why we can't just paint on this? He said, no, I want you to scrub these walls. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling things. I just thank God for my uncle because without what he taught me, I would have probably not even been in the construction field. I would have probably not even been, you know, that same person. I probably would have been a lazy, low down, dirty dog that just like, you know, but but he put something in me that I could fall back on. I just thank God for my uncle. Amen.
Something to fall back on. That's right. Oh, we got another one. Oh, we got another one. It's kind of like that game. You get the hammer and they.
Well, Loren wasn't my uncle, but I can't get away. I can't get away with you guys talking about how nasty Gilroy was without bringing up when they moved in. And between Pat and Sean and Loren, yeah, it was going on. We were probably a little bit maybe of that influence that they didn't need. But Loren was always a hard worker, as my parents were. And he took us in with open arms. And I don't know where to start with the riding in the firewood in a van with the tow chain on the brother's head or the tractor. He'd put me on the motorcycles. I couldn't even put the clutch in. As long as I didn't let off, that was okay. And, you know, he always took us like family. And I told Sean.